This video app review is brought to you by the iPhoneAppReview.com.
Hey guys, this is Valerie Lauer with the iPhoneAppReview.com. I'm here again with an awesome video app review. This is an application called My First Bible Stories, which we'll be looking at here on the iPad. Let me go ahead and get that launched and we'll take a look at this app's neat features. So the My First Bible Stories app is just what it sounds like. It's a collection of biblical stories from the Old and New Testament. And you actually get this and then you go through and read them as an ebook. There's also some really cool recording options. So let me kind of walk you through the menus first, and then we'll go into that. Alright, so here is the main page of the app. As you can tell, kind of a neat user interface. I like the graphics in the background, real colorful, and you just kind of touch and scroll. So real easy for kids to use. There are 8 stories total. And as you can tell, that goes anywhere from Noah and the Ark to the story of the creation, Daniel and the lions, David and Goliath, when Jesus was born, stories Jesus told, miracles of Jesus, the story of Easter, and then this is actually a bundle section you can get. Now when you get the application, it's actually free to download. I love free apps. I know you do too. The only free story that comes with it, however, is the Noah and the Ark story, so that comes free. Each of the additional titles is 99 cents, and you would just tap down here in the corner if you wanted to download it in them individually, or if you see the first one and you love it, you come down here to the bundle, and it only costs $4.99 to have these additional 7 titles come through. So then you would have 8 stories total, and it would cost you $5. I almost kind of wish they had just priced it as it was, but hey, that's just how it goes. I guess this is from a publishing company, so can't blame them for trying to get a buck. This is a really nice application. So on the main screen too, you also have these options. One is your settings, which I'll tap again. It lets you take on and off the text in the story. It lets you turn on and off autoplay, because you can go through them manually if you'd prefer. It lets you increase or decrease the volume of the reading, and it also lets you restore purchases if you have to reinstall the application, in case you wipe your iPad or something. It does also work and is compatible with the iPhone and the iPod Touch. I don't think that would ever do this app justice, though. I really think that to enjoy the pretty colors and illustrations, you're going to want it on a big screen. There's also an option, as I mentioned earlier, to record. There are default recordings pre-recorded for each of these stories. In English, it's a nice, calming, soothing, regular voice. It was male for the Noah and the Ark story. You can also add and create your own. So and I've already done one kind of test here if you see, but let's go ahead and tap on add. Oop, if I could touch the right spot, that'd be awesome too. There we go. So you can title this whatever you want to. We'll call this test 2. And then here you are. So what you can do is you tap this button right here, say Noah and the Ark, Genesis 6 through 9, and then you can change between scenes. And you can play, say Noah and the Ark, Genesis 6 through 9, and then you can, and as you see, so there we go, the recording, which you can listen to as you go through if you want to, and you can do this for each of the screens, and then you can actually use that as your recording to play if you want to. So you can actually start it on the default recording, or you can go ahead and tap on the test one and use that. So whichever one is selected here when you touch the book to launch it is what we'll start reading. So here's the intro, and then this is all.
Noah lived in a time when all the people who lived on earth were very evil.
I'm going to go ahead and put the volume down so you don't have to listen to me in 2 different places. But anyway, as you can tell, this is all kind of automated at this point. The story goes on here at the bottom, and it does actually prompt itself through unless you touch the screen. I did before, so that kind of paused it. But as you can see, what it does is it gives you this beautiful scene. It's really nice and very clean and brightly illustrated. And it kind of uses this camera feature to focus in on different things on the screen to make it really interesting and much more interactive and much more, of an experience for your young reader, which makes these stories really come alive and pop. And as you can tell, this is all the automated. If you wanted to do it manually, you would just touch these buttons, and it can fly through in case you want to pick up at a place you left off. There's not really any option to bookmark what you're doing or anything like that, though, not a big deal. And if you want to change which recording you're using, you just tap the screen to bring this up. You tap on record rather. Forgive me. Settings. actually, I don't have a recording for these pages, which is why that didn't come up initially, but you can tap these to change which recording you're listening to in the middle. So that makes that all very, very easy. And you can even add or edit the recordings right from here. So again, a beautiful application, really well laid out, very nice illustrations, a lot of good Christian classics, things that they're going to have interest in, beautiful stories. Here at the iPhoneAppReview.com, I did give this 3.5 out of 5 stars. It is a nice application, has some really great features, and again, it's going to cost you about $5 to enjoy all the features of this application. Otherwise, this is really solid. I really kind of like it. So if you're looking for Christian stories for your young one, this app has been suggested by the developer for those ages 3 and up. And here's some information about the company. Again, this has been Valerie Lauer with the iPhoneAppReview.com. Until next time.